Aided by Zelda, a fake mind reader, Lou Heller plans revenge on Kruger, who killed his brother, Joe. Tipping off Brenda and the police to be present, Lou and Zelda stage their act in Frank Smith's nightclub. Also present is Kruger, who is wanted as well for the murder of Vera Harvey. Now, as Zelda goes into her assumed trance...
Murder? Can you tell me, madame, if this man is thinking of a murder that has been committed?
He is thinking of a past murder.
Can you tell us anything more about this man? Can you tell us his thoughts?
If there is a police officer in the house, I would like to have him make himself known.
I'm Lieutenant Farrell of the police department. Now, everybody keep your seats and stay right where you are. Go ahead, Madam Zelda.
Look in the pocket of the man standing beside you. Oh, Abdul, you will find the gun that fired the bullet that killed Vera Harvey.
Quiet! Quiet, everybody! Stand right where you are. Where's your light switch, Frank? Over here. It disappeared. Where'd that door lead to?
Only to my office.
Let's have a look. Check out here, Tim.
Right. All right. Just sit down and relax. Everything is going to be all right. Oh, Lieutenant Farrell, this is my assistant, Schultz.
Glad to know you, Lieutenant. How are you, Schultz? Is that door the only entrance or exit to this office?
That's right.
Mustn't peek.
Please, Tim.
Now, you stay right out here like a good little girl. You'll read all about it in the morning paper.
What did you find, Tim?
Not a thing. No sign of the three people involved. They made a clean getaway.
Where did you find Zelda?
Well, we got it through the Acme agency. We've played it before, but nothing like this has ever happened.
Oh, I see. Thanks.
Brenda. Oh, boy, did I get some good shots.
Good, go back and get some more.
Okay.
Yes? Tough luck it had to happen here, Frank, but looks as if you're in the clear.
Well, thanks, Lieutenant. We can't check anybody that comes here.
And what are you doing here?
Just waiting for the morning edition.
Oh. Let's wait together.
I was promised a reward for turning up a killer. Instead of that, I'm in a spot between the cops and a murderer.
Oh, take it easy, Zelda. Things broke wrong for us.
I'll say they did. You two are in the clear. But I was using my right name. Now I can't even go back to the place where I used to tell fortunes and pick up eating money.
Oh, don't worry, kid. We'll take care of you.
Well, you'd better. The cops would be plenty interested in what I got to say.
You wouldn't get to first base with the cops with your record, Zelda, and you know it.
I have something very important to tell you.
Can it wait?
Well, if you feel that way about it, it certainly can. You can read it in the flash.
Well, look, Brenda, you have a story to do, and I have an investigation to make. Let's do our own jobs.
All right, Fraulein. I'll be home after a while. In the meantime, you don't know where I am. Well, the cops have been to my place.
Who's this Fraulein?
Oh, my old housekeeper. I'm sorry I blew up, boys. I'll stick with you. I needed the money, but it's not the first time I've drawn a blank.
Hey, it ain't safe for you to go home.
Why not? The cops have searched the place. And even if they've got it staked out, I can still get in the back way. Charlie will tell you about that.
Yeah. That's the way the spirits go in to entertain the sucker.
Well, once I'm in, they'll never recognize me. Not even if they take a second look. Good night, boy.
Thanks, Zelda.
Brenda! Brenda! I've got it. Take a good look at that. See, there's the killer pointing his gun at somebody.
The killer is none other but your friend Timothy Hector Aloysius Brown, Chuck.
What? Oh.
And the somebody he's pointing it at is a statue.
Come into my office, Miss Starr, and you also, Mr. Allen. Miss Starr, I had another call from the police commissioner regarding your activities. He requests, and not unreasonably, that you wait for news to happen rather than try and make it happen.
We had nothing to do with this thing tonight. We got a
He
tip.
was not referring to tonight. He mentioned rather another occasion in which you were involved in a blast, among other things.
I was abducted by 2 men, Mr. Walters, and I...
Exactly. And the point is that you placed yourself in such a position as not only to make an abduction possible, but easy. Our relations with the police department have always been most cordial. It is my contention that a decent newspaper and an honest police department would make any city a better place in which to live. I wish to maintain that status. You may go now.
Daisy, get me the police department.
Get away, Pesky.
Lieutenant Farrell.
The lieutenant is engaged in a very important investigation.
I know. I want to talk to him about it.
He's not in.
Tim, I don't believe that. Chuck, I can't go on with the story until I check with Larry Farrell. I'll be right back.
Oh, Brenda, you might tell Timothy Aloysius that I got a swell shot of him shooting at a statue. Maybe he'll go a little easy on what I owe him.
I'm sure Mr. Walters would love that.
There must be a piece missing around someplace.
Well, there always is.
Oh, Pesky,
What's the difference, Chuck? Didn't you notice? Mr. Walters hadn't even signed that bonus slip.
Oh.
So it's you again.
Lieutenant Farrell, I'm only here because I've been ordered to cooperate fully with the police department.
What welcome news. Of course, you have some very important information for us.
I certainly have.
May I ask what it is?
Chuck Allen's looking for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, he has a picture he'd like to sell you.
Wants to sell me?
Yes, it's a wonderful action shot. You're fighting it out with a statue at the Pelican Club.
Well, how much does he want for it?
I really have no idea, Mr. Timothy Hector Aloysius Brown.
Now, about that information, Brenda.
Well, will you tell me first whether you've located Madame Zelda?
You promised to do the talking.
All right, here it is. I'm sure the man who acted as her assistant tonight is Lou Heller.
How sure?
Well, I've heard his voice before, and his general appearance checks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that fits.
Fits what?
Well, I've been working on the angle that this is a further split up of the mob who did that payroll job, even though they didn't get the money. The murder of Joe Heller was the first phase, and now his brother Lou is trying to put the killer on the spot.
And he phoned us to come to the club tonight.
No doubt.
Now, will you tell me whether you found Madame Zelda?
All right. No, I didn't. But I found her home through the agency. She's living in a weird old place over on the west side. There's nobody there but an old housekeeper who's either out of her head or pretends to be. She said Zelda was on a tour and she didn't know where.
Are you watching the place?
Naturally.
Any objections if I look it over tomorrow?
No, not at all. Of course, you'll tell me if you find anything.
Oh, of course I will.
Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you, Larry.
Good night.
I never knew how terrible the food was in this joint until I had to eat it all the time.
Take it easy, Kruger. We all know what a tough time you're having.
You don't know the half of it. I can still feel the finger on me from last night. I've got to get out of here.
Better see what the big boss has to say about that. He's due to talk to us right now.
Okay, boss, we're all here.
Right. Then get this. We're in a spot. Kruger especially, because Lou Heller is still alive, contrary to orders. Now we have another to worry about, this Madame Zelda. It's a cinch Lou is working with her. How they put the finger on Kruger, I don't know. That's something for you to find out, Frank. Has somebody talked too much? Or has somebody crossed us up? Get Lou Heller. It's either him or Kruger. They both can't be alive this time next week. Get busy.
What's he mean I won't be alive this time next week? What's he trying to do, get rid of me?
Certainly not. He means you've got to get Lou Heller before he gets you.
Well, how can I get him cooped up in here? I might as well be in the pen.
That's where you will be, Kruger, if you lose your head. Now, I'm going to get busy and use every connection we have, starting with Charlie.
Hello.
Hello, Charlie.
Yeah, this is Charlie.
Yeah, Frank Smith. I suppose you heard about the Zelda business last night. Well, there's a nice piece of change waiting for the man that can find her.
Okay, I'll start looking around.
Yeah, do that. All right, goodbye.
So long.
Who was that?
Oh, no, chum of mine. He's got himself into a jam. Wants to know just how hot he is. Thinks I've got connection.
Well, haven't you?
Maybe.
And we ought to be hearing from Zelda.
What about? She's laying low the same as we are.
Someone's at the door. Oh, let him wait. I'll answer it when I'm ready.
I don't like this, Zelda. I see trouble. Much trouble.
Oh, skip it. You're not giving a reading. This is the real thing.
That's why I'm sure there'll be trouble.
You just keep out of sight. Everybody knows that you're here. So they'll think I'm you. Don't you think I'm smart?
Too smart. Too smart.
Hello. What do you want?
Oh, we're from the Daily Flash. We'd like to get a story from Zelda about what happened.
Zelda ain't here. The police know it. Everybody knows it.
Yes, but perhaps you might be able to get in touch with her. You see, we feel that she's been innocently involved in something.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know what's happened, but it's not her fault. She's a good girl.
Oh, of course she is. I'm sure of that. May we come in?
Yeah, but I don't promise it'll do any good.
Thank you.
This way, dearie. You, wait here. What makes you think Zelda is innocent?
Well, in the first place, it would be very easy for an assistant to have used her, which might have happened last night.
Oh? What did happen?
Well, Zelda was doing her act with... Gee, this is a big tent.
What you say makes me feel you will help Zelda. I hope you will. I've been almost a mother to her for many years. She's a good girl.
Yes, but I've got to see her to hear her side of the story. Maybe then I can help her.
Wish I had nerve enough to run down to Mike's for a couple of hamburgers.
I'll get them for you.
I don't want them that bad.
What's the matter? Do you think I'll bring back the first cop I found?
No, take that, Charlie. You can't take a chance of being seen either.
It was that, and you know it. Now, listen to me. I'm in this thing as deep as you are, Lou. And we'll see it through that way. All right, give me the dough. I'll get your hamburgers.
I want everything on them.
Okay.
Yeah? Yes, Charlie. Ah, great work. Yes, I'll send Schultz right down with the money. Charlie's just found Zelda's hideout. Schultz.
Yeah.
Meet him in the alley and give him this for his information.
How will I know it's right?
He wouldn't pass it on if it wasn't.
No, you don't! Brenda! That's it! I got a body.
Oh, be yourself. That's Oscar.
Oscar?
Yes, one of Zelda's assistants.
Are all Zelda's assistants dummies?
No, but her customers are. Come. Come. Perhaps I can get in touch with Zelda now.
Fine, how?
Oh, why, right here.
Oh, I thought you said you could only communicate with departed spirits.
Ha, nonsense. Doesn't common sense tell you 'tis easier to contact alive, alert minds? Zelda. Zelda, where are you? I see her. She is far away. But she will not listen to me. Zelda, speak to me. You must. You are in great trouble. But there is one here who will help you. Ah, I have her. She is looking at me. Zelda, speak to me. You must. What shall I ask her?
Ask her who the man was she was working with last night. Who tricked her?
Zelda, who was that man last night? The one who lied to you, who got you into this. She is looking at me, but she will not answer.
You ain't Zelda. Where is she?
She's not here.
We don't believe it. You keep your eye on her. I'll find Zelda.
We know you are innocent, but you must tell us. Ah, she is telling me. I can hardly hear her. There was a man, she says. A man the police are looking for. His brother was killed by that man Zelda pointed out last night. Ah, there was a girl killed also. I can just make out the name Vera. The same man killed her too. Ah, this man is still in town. He is hiding at...
Thanks for finding Zelda for us, Miss Starr. Will Muller's gun silence Zelda's lips forever and keep Brenda from getting enough evidence to bring these criminals to justice? Next week in this theater, you will see the startling plot further unfolded in A Double Cross Backfires, Chapter 10 of Brenda Starr, Reporter.